believe the man must have been drunk because I believe when we went to catch up with him, we found him drinking, or you found him drinking in that bar. So it's like it was my turn for me to board the boat. But because I'm tall and the like, I'm always very hesitant also. But I believe the hesitation this time around kind of helped save my life. Because the moment I lifted one of my, feet and was like trying to jump, just try to at least step into the boat as quietly as possible to avoid, shaking the boat. Everything went blank. I can't remember. The only thing I can remember was like me being in the water, and it was like neck deep. It was like a little after 12 o'clock midnight. I was with Balde. Look at how tall I am. I was looking at Balde from on top, but all of a sudden Balde was looking at me from the top. And I believe they were dumbfounded because all of us, it was so quick they could not understand what was going on. I'm normally not that much, not superstitious and the like, but I always, think that it's like things don't happen, in isolation. But this time around it was quite different, so I was like quite scared also. And I only had one thing to hold on to, which was the boat, and it was quite rickety. But after being there for a couple of seconds, I believe 10, 15 seconds, and no help was forthcoming, I had to yell at Balde and the others. Boy, don't ma hold him a day. And they jumped to the rescue. I was still bold enough. I decided not to leave the boat. We used the same boat to cross. But after a while, after 2 hours or so, when I was like asleep, I just woke up suddenly. Had this terrible nightmare. I couldn't sleep. And it continued for a number of days. I even had to seek some kind of assistance and the like. So, whilst, following stories or trying to come up with programs and the like, we do encounter some terrible things. But I believe we all need to take it in good faith and be more careful also when we're out there in the field and the like. Yeah, I believe that's a very good intro or kind of a transition. But I want to invite someone. A number of people have made mention of his name. They say that I'm here almost every day. But there is someone who leaves his home as early as 8 a.m. And when even we, the latecomers, are thinking of going home, he is still here. And I call him an ant. I mean no harm, but I believe he rarely sleeps, and he's also as busy as a bee and as hardworking as an ant. He's Babukar Senghor. Babukar, welcome once again.
Francis, thank you. I think I'm inspired by what I've heard of me, around me. Since the first reporter took the mic and said something, I felt we are in good times. We have always been in good times, but I'm, more excited now, seeing people together. You've said something that really, given me, my heart is full. All of you people have been exceptionally great, from the director general right down to the last person, from the radio to the TV. Working, as a journalist, there's nothing. I feel there's nothing better than that. Working uninterrupted. Coming out. Getting people to be informed. That is an exceptional, job to do. And for me, I believe there's nothing that I can give to people other than my personal service. And I believe each and every one of us, have been doing that. And 2011, we just, live in 2011 and, entering a new year. I'm not expecting anything new. The same hard work from all of us. And then we make this place, the best place to be. Yeah.
I believe it's like, as far as I'm concerned, you're a sports specialist, especially when it comes to football and the like. And I believe it's like, as far as football is concerned, it wasn't a rosy year. Do you share my view?
I think that is an understatement. You've got it right. from January, I can fully remember when I was in Rwanda. That was our first assignment. That 2010, entering 2011, we all thought, okay, we have been so many tournaments, so many of our teams are entering, competitions on the continent. We thought, okay, look, this is an opportunity for, some of our teams to at least win, a medal somewhere. Rwanda was our first. January was our first assignment, and I was so excited enough. We will win something. We went to Rwanda. We had this game we were to play, our first game against Congo. We were beaten mercilessly, 3-0. I remember I was there with our new deputy director, Malik Jones, and he was doing the commentary. We were seriously deflated. The second game was against Mali. I know the country, we were, having the feedback from the country, people were definitely deflated. Our second game against Mali, we won, narrowly. A rain-soaked, afternoon heat was, we were really surprised. We won. And I could remember the commentary down there. I think that will remain with me for the rest of my life. The commentary Malik Jones did. People were sitting around and they were wondering, what is this man doing? I know he was excited. We were always excited. We traveled from Gisenyi to, the capital, Kigali. That was 300 miles. We went there, we thought, oh, we will win and qualify. We were heavily beaten by Cote d'Ivoire, and we packed our, baggage and, to come home. But I will tell you one thing. Rwanda is some country. He said something about that country winning, the forestry management stuff. But that country is something else. And I will tell you, I've been going to so many countries, seeing people. But, most of the time I wouldn't have the opportunity to stay with people. But I will tell you, when I was moving out, my camera operator, Fakeba, was with me. I said tears. Because of the bond we, they are far away from us, but these people are just like us. We said Gambia is a friendly country, but I have seen our match, and they are top class.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It carried on. I think we don't have time, but the picture mirrored so many of our other teams. The under 20, didn't do very well in South Africa, and they were put out in the first round. The senior Scorpions started very well. They beat Namibia here, and they won on a counter. All of a sudden, things started unraveling. The senior team coach, was sacked, and so many things.
And I believe a new one has been appointed in the person of Peter Bono Johnson, and I believe it's like Dave, had his work cut out. I believe he'll be working on this AFCON and some other tournaments in future. And I believe the ministry is also pledging to do all it can to come to make sure at least the goods are supplied for him to deliver on his mandate.
He will be carrying a mountain. But
right.
With support, I believe he will get things right.
You are right.
For those who don't know, Francis, he's the editor-in-chief,
acting
editor-in-chief, as I can say. And, you have been the main man behind everything in the newsroom. You understand? If I would like to ask you, how do you feel manning such a great responsibility? The news, how heavy it is, the whole world watching. Yeah, how do you feel?
Yeah, I believe in one thing. I believe in destiny, because I believe it was destined by the Almighty, and I believe those who also gave me this responsibility believe to some extent or to a large extent that I can do it. I am someone who does not shy away from challenges and the like. Because one thing, the first thing I do whenever I am asked to do something is to at least, take a while, reflect on whatever I'm supposed to do, see how to go about it, and maybe if there are problems or problems that are likely to occur, to see where those problems should resurface and then try to tackle them well before. And that's it.
Finally, if I may ask you, we have a DG who is very, very helping. A DG who will spend his money, cook food, and invite all the newsroom to come and eat with him.
Yeah.
He has been, following us perpetually on everything. He calls us, he comes to the newsroom every time to visit us. How do you feel working with such a DG? And do you think if we have this kind of DG in all institutions, how will we be in the Gambia?
Yeah, I believe it's like here at GRTS, although it's a workplace, but it is one family. It is one family. And hands-on approach, right from the top to the bottom of the ladder, is what we need. And I believe DG is leading by example as far as, I mean.